All right, looks like we're live in Virginia on YouTube. And I just want to pass, I'm going to keep emphasizing that if you're out there, friends, know anybody wants to buy a car, please beware. Craigslist, OfferUp, Letgo. And I'm going to show you some examples here. It's going to be backwards because I'm going to use my phone to show you what's going on. But every day, OfferUp is just bombarded with scams. And most of these people have a Gmail internet address. I want you to contact that. That's something you don't want to do. So I'm just going to show you some pictures. Like I said, it's probably going to be in reversed. I'll do my best to show you what's going on. I'll hold my camera up here. And the first one you see is that wheel advertising a 2008 Honda Accord. Right there, price $1,000, which that ain't gonna happen. And let's go back, and here's a Jeep. It's posted in about 7 different areas: Richmond, Virginia; Norfolk, Virginia; Virginia Beach, Virginia; Chesapeake, Virginia; Portsmouth, Virginia; Hampton, Virginia; Newport News, Virginia. Same thing as Jeep. They got it for, it's a 2000 Jeep, lifted, one owner, and they got their little Gmail address there. I don't know if everything's reversed, but you see what they got on the price, $1,000. Let's go back here again, and we got a clean 2005 Honda Accord, which let me get my glasses on here. Yeah, it's a Honda Accord, used, normal wear. There again, Gmail address. You can't see, it's hard to see, but they only want $600 for that one. And like I said, it's full of them. And there's all kind of cars. They like to deal with mostly Japanese cars. Every now and then you'll see an American car, especially Japanese cars, the Jeeps and things like that. And I don't know where these people are at. I know they're overseas or somewhere. And but this one here, this Jeep, is contact Rob 3456craft@gmail.com. And that's when you see anything like that written in the description, you want to back away. Just tell your friends, please. I think there's about 100 different vehicles. Well, it's 100 advertisements. Some of the vehicles on here advertise 8 or 9 different times in different cities throughout Virginia. So maybe there's 35 cars or different vehicles total. But like I say, some are Virginia Beach, Chesapeake. Some are Virginia Beach, Chesapeake, Hampton, Newport News. Some are Virginia Beach, Chesapeake, Richmond, Charlottesville, and things like that. So that's what you got to be careful. Now, I don't know in where everybody else lives if you're having the same kind of problem, but the key to this whole thing is don't ever, they're going to ask you to send money, wire money through a MoneyGram. Some of them will tell you, oh, we'll do this through PayPal. Bad mistake. Bad mistake. You see a nice Toyota, nice Nissan Maxima for $1,000 or 2008. Right away, that's a clue. Now, there are some cheap cars on here, and if you read the description, most of the people selling those will have a bunch of stars beside their name. That's tell you that they've sold on OfferUp or Letgo before, and that they're kind of reputable. And they'll go, well, this car needs $1,000 2500. It needs a left front fender, needs a radiator, needs a grill, needs a left front tie rod. Yeah, that we can go with that. But a perfectly good operating vehicle, 2005, 2004 Honda Accord for $1,000 with 80,000 miles, 70,000 miles. No, even 100,000 miles. No. But there's pickup trucks. There's one black Chevrolet pickup truck that's been spread all over. I mean, it's all over the United States. And I'm just trying to keep people from getting taken. I don't know if it's doing any good, but on Craigslist, if you're selling something on Craigslist and somebody sends you, they're pretty quick. Once you post something, they within a half an hour they're going to contact you, and they're going to ask you. First thing they're going to ask you is, this item still for sale? And you come back to them, yes, it's still for sale. They'll come back to you. What condition is it in? Well, you've done posted the condition in what you're selling, so that gives you a clue right there. Then they say, okay, I want to pay by cashier's check, and will you accept the cashier's check? And I'll add $60 extra just for your troubles to remove it from Craigslist. So when you see that kind of terminology, you know that's when you want to back down, back off, because what they're going to do is they're going to send you a check that's not worth 5 cents. Well, I've played with them for a while, and I'll just go and make up a stupid name, and because these people they're somewhere out of the United States. I don't know where, but I suspect most of them are in Nigeria. And you can't never call them. They always have a text-only type of phone. And so I'm just going to show you this, what I've done. This is in the past year. So let's get these out here. And see, when they send you a check, they're going to usually send it overnight right here. Here's one right here. Priority mail. That's how they'll send it. So sometimes it costs them $10, $12, $14 to send a check to you. Well, I don't know if you can see all this right here. You can look at these are the checks. This is at about a year. I do sell a lot on Craigslist, and from $100 up, even probably $75, they're gonna contact you because they want your money. And what they'll do, I'm selling a chainsaw for $275. And let's see. All right, here's one right here. I don't know if you can read it, but I'm gonna show it to you anyhow. This is for a $275 chainsaw. They sent me $2,550.58. And that's check looks real. It looks real, but if I drop it, it'll probably bounce on out the front door. And I always contact the people that's on the check, the name that's written on the company or whatever, let them know what's going on. Also contact the bank's name, let them know what's going on, give them the check number, And but this is what they do, and that's what they want you to do. I'm selling that chainsaw for $275, so they send me $2,550. I'm supposed to go to an ATM and deposit this check, and then go to my bank, because once you deposit an ATM, it goes into your account, because that ATM doesn't know that's a fake check or not. They can't tell. So it goes into your checking account. Then you keep your $275 for your chainsaw plus the $60, and the rest of the money you withdraw and take that to Walmart or CVS Pharmacy and send via MoneyGram the balance to their shipper, who is nowhere to be found, nowhere in sight, not even nobody. He's nobody. They call it their shipper. And if you argue with them a little bit, they say, well, this is going through eBay. So eBay has a protection policy. When you buy something on eBay, they have a policy where you're protected pretty good. I've sold stuff on eBay. I've bought stuff on eBay, and they're pretty daggone good about protecting the consumer. Well, eBay has nothing to do with Craigslist, Letgo, OfferUp, or any of those places. They can tell you all that they want. And for God's sakes, they say, well, we'll pay you by PayPal if you got a PayPal account. And what happens then, you'll get a email saying it'll have PayPal. It'll be some stuff in there flashing. And you know that's fake right there, because PayPal doesn't send anything like it anyhow. And so you don't want to mess with PayPal, period, on buying something off of OfferUp, Letgo, or Craigslist. And if they want it, you tell them to bring you cash money. Well, they're not going to bring you cash money because they're not even around nowhere near you. But like I said, these checks, this is, like I said, I showed you. I'm going to show you again. Right here, this is over $600,000 in checks. I'm just one person. What do you think's happened to all the people in the United States that has gone through this? I'm just one person. $600,000. This is the kind of money that they're making. They're not making. They're stealing from us Americans, us hardworking Americans who have a real job, have a real house, have a real car, and enjoy life. And they want to disrupt it by taking your money. They like to prey on the older people. And this is for all you seniors. I'm a senior. I'm 76, so I'm a senior. And I've been harping on this now for a couple of years, that you do not have to send money to anyone when you buy something. Because if you do, the money's gone. It don't take no checks from anybody through the mail, overnight, or anything. Somebody comes to my house, wants to buy something, pay by check. I take my camera and I photograph their driver's license. And when they leave, I photograph the license plate on the car. So I'm pretty much, I haven't had a problem yet. I haven't lost any money, knock on wood, but that don't say I will, but I'm pretty sure I won't. This is just for all you guys, your friends. Tell your friends, pass the word, spread it, that they're looking for a car and the price is too good to be true for that type of car. It is, and you're going to get taken. If they want to buy your product, you tell them to bring your hind parts down here and bring you cash. You don't take any checks from nobody. And usually that's going to shut them up and they'll go on to the next person. But they must have some type of group that work together. I don't know how they're doing it. And what upsets me is Craigslist does nothing to stop this. Absolutely nothing. Now on OfferUp, you can report something that's fraudulent, but they'll remove it, but it's on there the next day. So they have really nobody policing the ads, so-called. And Craigslist, I know, doesn't. But on Craigslist, you got to be careful with boats, motorhomes, motorcycles, and automobiles, because they're full of it, and they will definitely get you if you don't pay attention and not send any money to them. Please don't send money to nobody for anything you want to buy. If they want it, you tell them to bring their hind parts to you. You'll be glad to help them load it. You'll be glad to do whatever. And but you want George Washington's. You don't want no check that you can buy at Office Depot or Office Max or Staples. I can go down and buy a pack of these and go online and print them up all I want. That's all these are. Just they're bought from Office Max and they're made all online using a company that's not aware of what they're doing. a bank. I don't know exactly how they get it put on there, but they got it on there. And but I think it's a clan of them, and it's got to be. I think it's got to be international somewhere, and they got them spread all over the United States. Every state's got it, and it's just too bad that you can't catch a couple of them. Because if you could catch a couple of them and wear their ass out, and tell them to pass the word to their buddies, because it's coming to them. And if they don't believe it, keep playing the silly game. But unfortunately, the law enforcement, they got other things to do. They're not killing anybody. They're just robbing you. It's if you want to say, it's not armed robbery, but it's robbery. And they got your money, and you lost your money. But they prey on the sick, the weak, the elderly, uh, young kids that don't understand the nature of this, what's happening. So, like I say, if you want to buy something, do your homework. Talk to them. And if they got an accent, especially in a Nigerian accent or a Indian accent, you want to keep digging and find out what's going on. Just don't accept it. And you can tell when these people on OfferUp or Craigslist contact you about something, the way they type, they almost type in broken English versus saying it or speaking it to you. And that should be a clue to you right there. One of their biggest phrases they say, or one of the biggest couple words they say is "good day, my friend." Good day, my friend. That's the dead giveaway right there. And you can tell, like I say, the way they type stuff or send text to you, that they'll tell you, well, you get that check and you keep it, you just throw it away. They're gonna come back and say, well, I'm gonna call my brother. He's in the CIA and all that. Well, guess what? CIA ain't got nothing to do with no check. Nothing you're selling on Craigslist. Nothing you don't believe that BS. That's total bullshit when they say that. They're just trying to scare you. And I told one of them, I said, well, I'll tell you what, here's my contact address and my contact phone number. What I did was I had it all written down. It was to the local FBI office in Norfolk, Virginia. I give them that. I give them the address, and I give them the phone number. I said, go ahead and complain. Here's where you can complain to right here. Of course, nothing ever happens. But again, my friends, just please beware. Be careful. Watch what you want to buy. They're getting more greedy, more greedy. Even $50 items you're selling, they're going to try to get money out of you. And I don't want to see anybody lose money. It's not worth it over these idiots, these thieves, because that's all they are, thieves. It's a clan of thieves. And but until somebody can do something about it, we got to educate people and let them know what's going on. And maybe you saying something to somebody will help somebody. They say something to somebody, they'll help somebody. And it's got a trickle effect. And the more the word gets out, the less money they're gonna steal from us. And I just wish we could stop it, but you can't. But I think we can slow it down and put a halt on it. But you work hard for your money and don't want to give it to these thieves. And sometimes I said I like to be there when he's at Walmart picking that money up, and just go up to him and knock the shit out of him and then walk on off. That would be, the word would spread then. I guarantee you, they'd be calling all that little cronies and tell them, man, you got to be careful, be careful. And see, when you wire that money, you don't know, because they'll send you a number, and you don't know where that money's going to, a Walmart or a CVS Pharmacy. It could be, you could send it to California, to Florida, to Tennessee, to New Mexico, to wherever, Rhode Island, Mass. You don't know. You don't know where they're at. So that's the bad thing about it, because you can't tell with that number they've got where it's at. And I've heard people saying, well, I've sent them a penny. Well, that's cool. You send them a penny, but see, you're kind of encouraging them. If you could just send them, go down to the Dollar General and buy a pack of that paper money that's all fake, and you can mail it to them. That'd be a little bit of fun, but but just don't even acknowledge. And I do it just to try to maybe slow them down. And I'm trying to get the news involved here, and I can't get none of the news channels to look at this. And I think to me, I think it's very important that this word gets out to show that I'm just one man and I have over a $500,000 in checks that they've tried to scam stuff from me. And it's a shame because the news media, you know, at least would get the word out, and I think it would help some. Maybe not everybody, but it would help some. And I just wish one of them would contact one Fox News, NBC, CNN. I don't care who it is, and let's do a little story. Let me show you. Let's do a little story on these checks and show you what I got, and and explain to the people on the news. And the news, a lot of news, always say news travels fast, and whoever, if each station would do it, NBC, CBN, CBS, Fox, any of those news channels, if all of them would do it, then a lot of people would see it. Because some people don't like CNN, some people don't like Fox, some people like no CBS, some people don't like ABC. So if they would all do a little story on it and get it out there, it ain't going to take but 5 minutes of their time just to do a little brief story to pass the word on. Be careful, folks, on trying to buy something, especially automobiles, motorhomes, boats, travel trailers. Let's be in the market. Just don't, because it's cheap. Do your homework. I mean, do your homework. Go dig deep. Just don't hit the surface. Go deep with it until you find out the whole story. But if you don't, bye money. Bye, and you're never going to get it back. You can go to the courts. You can go to who. You can go to anybody you want. That money's gone forever, and there ain't nothing you can do. These people, they like to be over in Nigeria, a lot over in India. I think they have friends over here will go buy them a track phone or one of these cheap phones and make sure it has the capability of working overseas. They'll buy it for $19.95 and get them a Air Minutes card and send it with it to wherever they're at. Then they can call from wherever they're at. You think they're right here in the United States, but more likely they're not. And it's time to break them down. Time to put a halt on it. And it can be done. It's just got to be done systematically and figured out how the route to do it. And hopefully a news station or somebody will see this and contact me, and we can help put an end to it, maybe, or slow it down or whatever. Getting tired of hearing about people losing their money. There's nothing I can do about it except just sit there and just be frustrated that somebody lost $2,000, $3,000, $5,000. And you always say, well, the person shouldn't have done it. No, he shouldn't have done it. She shouldn't have done it. But it's being done. So it's just bad judgment. That's all it is. Bad judgment on their part. Not saying that they're a bad person. It's just bad judgment. They didn't research. They didn't do their homework. And if you do, then you're going to find out that it's all a scam. So guys, if you know anything, tell anybody, tell news, I don't care who it is. Tell them to get a hold of me. gbrown2934@yahoo.com. Tell them to give me an email, and I'll be glad to share this with them and show them what's going on. Show them the whole route. I can show them the whole thing on Letgo, OfferUp, and Craigslist. I can show them exactly what's going on. And the more we expose these people, the less I think you're going to have trying to take your money. Just like anything else. You expose a bad car dealer, guess what? 6 months from now, you go up there, the doors are padlocked. So same thing would happen here. I think if you could expose these people and get the word out, spread it, get everybody on the same page, that it may put a little dent in it. You know, if I can save somebody $1,000, I'd be the happiest man in the world if I knew it. And that's what I'm hoping. Now maybe I can save $100,000. You know, who knows? Pass it on. Tell your friends before they buy anything on these sites to be careful. Because if you're not, sorry about your bad luck. You know, nothing I can do, nothing I can help you other than say this. Peace, guys. Y'all take care. Be safe. Look for these guys. Spread the word.